drugs should be legalized or should not be legalized?
Drugs should be legalized.
Cocaine, heroin, these are several drugs which can actually harm your life.
Healthcare sector, there is many use of drugs.
Like you are just talking about surface web, you are not talking about deep web.
It helps the person to manage this stress level.
Mafias are using drugs very much and they are earning very high amount of money.
If the drugs legalize, your like increase the crime rate. I am not agree with your point.
They are miserable. They want something to escape. That's why they use drugs. Main impact will go on the teenagers who will make this thing a fashionable thing. It will go in the trend and everyone will start taking drugs.
It's help to boost your energy, but it helps to weak your mind.
Hi YouTube family, this is my 5 o'clock batch known as Conquerors. Guys, in this session, today we are going to go with a debate. The topic is going to be very simple, very common, and one of the most important topic, and especially Gen Z like us gonna like it. The topic is drugs should be legalized or should not be legalized. So let's see what do they do.
So hi everyone. Today me and my team are in favor of that the drugs should be legalized. But I believe that drugs should be legalized because the illegalization is not the solution to the any problem that the drug should not be illegalized. So why it should be legalized? Because drugs just give and rise the use of drugs in underground. As we take the example of United States in 1920s Act, in that time, it's not reduced the drugs intake, but it increases the mafia gangs and increases the use of drugs.
Okay. So you are saying that drugs should be legalized because in 1970s or 60s there was an era came that drugs were legalized. Then I would like to say you the thing that era came with the help of hippie, which was the name of a generation or something else. So that era came and after that they believed that drugs are good for our mind. They will open our mind, they will give us peace. So this was happened at that time and they believed that drugs are good for our body. But what happened at the end? They ended with the bad impacts on their health that their rule was declined and they were having very bad health and that caused to death as well.
As we can see that in healthcare sector, there is many use of drugs. By the drugs, we can easily perform the surgeries and operations, which is very dangerous while performing it, because the patient's life is danger, and the time it is very useful. As we can see that India has more than 60% of people who are using the drug, and when it is legalized, so the revenue comes from the drug. It can be used as in the healthcare sector and the education too, and it is very useful.
I'm not saying drugs should be banned fully. I'm saying there's some total concentration of drugs. They can be used in daily lives in hospitalities, but there are some names of drugs like cocaine, heroin. These are several drugs which can actually harm your life, and it could be case of death penalty to
When
you.
you take it in a limited amount, that time it is not harmful for you, because it helps the person to manage this stress level. That's why the people of Japan, they are using the drugs, and it is very useful. And the government of the Japan is also in favor of the illegalized, that they can use it in a limited amount. Not more than
Chinky, you are only talking about the sea level, or like about the web, ocean web. Like you are just talking about surface web. You are not talking about deep web. The several actual activities going in depth webs. The same thing with drugs. They are actual things, like illegal things happens in illegal way.
illegal activities. This is because of the they are not able to find the drugs, because they already consume in the high level, and when they use in the high level or high amount, so our brain is addicted to it, and next time we want more.
But he mixed the
Our
drugs
satisfaction
in.
never completed.
But he
We want
mixed
this
the
word.
drugs in cough syrup. The name is called Rif, and
It is
in
useful.
Madhya Pradesh, most of children are dead by that medicine.
Drugs are selling in black. The mafias are using drugs very much and they are earning very high amount of money. But if government is going to get drugs legal, then government can at least pay, at least take tax from the citizens, and the tax like it is implemented in alcohol and tobacco, it can be implemented more on the drugs. So it would be nice for the government to take the citizens with his support.
If the drugs legalize, you are mentioned that like they increase the crime rate. I am not agree with your points. There is multiple issues. Now there are multiple options. I don't agree because if the drugs are legalized, the governments and the like unnecessary things not happen with that. Like you can mention that like the human trafficking and a lot more things. That's why they reduce the crime, and these are things are not judicially cost reduced. Why? If the someone arrested by the police they have a responsibility to like provide like the full of the things like the protections, healthcare, like the good infrastructures. That's why. I we get example of the Tihar jail and etc. In a jails, the most of the prisons they have to eat into food, they have the good air and that lot more things. That's why if the drugs are legalized, these things are not happen, and these are like the government money is like say for the invest the another things.
Most of the drugs users are in the age gap of 18 to 35. Why? Because youth are miserable. They want something to escape. That's why they use drugs. Drugs can be used as a way to escape if taken in a right amount. So instead of illegalizing it, it should be legalized.
So I strongly believe that if drugs should be legalized, people will take that in a positive way, and people will think that taking drugs is a good thing. And the main impact will go on the teenagers who will make this thing a fashionable thing. It will go in the trend, and everyone will start taking drugs as by thinking that this is a good thing, as government is also supporting taking drugs.
One question: what will happen, what will happen after accidents, if drugs will legalize, so most of the people will take it, and after the taking,
That's not kind of drugs.
let me complete now. After the taking drugs, so most of the people go out of control.
You just said it's help to boost your energy, but it's helps to weak your mind. Okay, it's totally harmful for your mind. And after that, when you are consuming it so much, it can be harmful for your not only for you, for your family, because after you, the family will suffer more than you.
End of the conclusion that why the drug should be legalized.
Yeah.
Because like they reduce geopolitics tension, and the why I'm taking example of Russia and I'm taking example of American Venezuela, and second is impact for the like economical growth. I mentioned that, and you mentioned that the why it's a drug should be not legalized. It's reduce like increase the criminal cases. I think this is the no, this is our unnecessary.
GDP is not the only thing which will help for growth.
If the government,
Not the only thing, buddy. Health is everything. Health is everything, buddy. What are you saying?
And to focus on really sticking with policy, we have to, our government should be focused on the rehabilitation centers for the people who are taking drugs. We can counseling them, we can make them aware about that they should
Do you
not.
really think we really need counseling session for this?
Why
We
they are
need to
taking
ban and we
drugs.
can separate for their family time.